Hi everyone, we're going to be making Efo Riro from scratch, and here are our ingredients. Got some shaki here. This is lamb shaki, quite tasty, a bit smoky when you cook it, but very nice. Got some kale, got some turkey that I've baked in the oven. That's our protein. Here our vegetables have white onion, some red onion, some sweet pepper, and also some scotch bonnet. It's probably about 4 or 5 in there. It depends how hot you like it, you know. Here we have our leaf. It's commonly known when you go to the shop as Efo Riro, but I don't know exactly what it's called. It could be called eagle or something else, but this is what I use. I previously cut it up and I've frozen it, but we're going to use it today. Okay, so we have one more protein, which is prawns. These are shelled prawns. I've roasted them in the oven. It gives an extra level to your Efo Riro. Okay, here we have our palm oil, which is melting away nicely. I've run some hot water on it, and well, that's going to give us our smoky flavor. And then we have our seasoning. We have our all-purpose seasoning. Got some Maggi here. We have salt. We have some curry. And we have here our lotus beans. This is going to give it a nice taste. If you know about this, you are correct. If you don't know, get to know it. So that's everything. We're gonna get started. Okay, so we're gonna blend everything together. We're not gonna use no water. As you've noticed, there is no tomato in sight. That's the reason why. There's a reason why that is. It's because it's just not necessary. All the stuff we got here is beautiful. So instead of blending it smooth, you're toasting it. So it's like small little chops. Small dice pieces. So let's continue and see how we get along. As you've noticed something, I have not put any water in any of this because there's no need to. By the time you put your seasoning, the meat together, everything together, juices are going to come from the protein, they're going to come from the vegetable as well as our green vegetable. So there's no need to put any kind of water in it at this point in time when you're posting it. Okay, let's go. Okay, we've got our peppers blended with our onions, sweet pepper, chili pepper, all of that beautiful things blended. Palm oil is in the pot. This is the important, crucial bit, if I could say. Make sure that you burn this palm oil. Basically, you just got to cook it through. Let it get smoky. Put a lid on it. Open the window. And let's get it cracking. The other thing I forgot to mention is when you boil your seasoning, your meats, the shaki and the kale, boil it with some seasoning, some salt, some pepper, some onion. Make sure you do, because that flavor enters into that meat. African people, we don't want to be eating bland meats. This is an African that grew up in London, learning how to cook African dishes. So bear with me while I cook, okay? Okay, this is the Iru. There's many names I want to call it, but this thing does not smell very nice. But when you're cooking, it's amazing. It's beautiful. You got to know it. If you don't know about it, ask your mother. But anyway, the way that I start off with in my pot is I add the Iru first, a little bit, just to get that flavor in there. Then I go in next with this, and I let it cook for a little bit, and then my seasoning afterwards. There we go. Got this bad boy cracking. A nice heat, nice temperature. I'm gonna get this boy cooking and give it about 20-minute cook before adding the protein. The vegetable is always going to be the last thing that goes in because it doesn't take long to cook, and you don't want to overcook your greens and it becomes brown. Nobody wants that. Not at all. Okay, you've got your curry, you got your salt, you got your all-purpose seasoning, you got your fava beans, the rest of the iru in there. You have to remember one thing: when you add your seasoning, you've got to be careful because it has a lot of salt in it. So you just add small at a time, so you don't overpower it, because you can't take salt back. You can only add salt. So, that's all I have to say to you. But anyway, take it easy on the seasoning, and then we're gonna add the Maggi a little bit later on. I don't want to add it now. I like to add it in steps. Okay. So everything's cooking away nicely. I've crushed the Maggi to go in there. You can tell this is 5 cubes. That's a lot, right? So we've got a nice medium temperature. Nothing too high, nothing too crazy. Don't want to bundle food after all your efforts, you know. So we got everything ready now. Give it 20 minutes. But make sure every 5 minutes or so you stir it so it doesn't get burnt to the bottom of the pot, okay? So that's it. Let's see what's the next step, eh? It's about that time. Yes. So I've stirred it every 5 minutes, and it's time to add our Maggi. But I forgot something. Something very crucial. So basically this is prawns. Baby prawns, if you'd like to call them that. Shrimps. Seasoning, added flavor. That's what I'm going to call it. So we're going to add a bit of this as well as our Maggi into the sauce, and we're going to taste it and then see how it fares up. Can you see all that juice is boiling? And there's no water in this bad boy. And then that protein's coming along. You got there. So let's get this started. So we got the Maggi in there. We got the small baby prawns in there. So we're gonna stir everything together. Look at that. Oh, you can't see anything. Too much smoke. Sorry. But yes, everything in here looks delicious. Oh, can't wait to eat this. Tasted it, needed a bit more seasoning, added a little bit more. This is the thing that's crucial, because you don't want too much salt in your food. You don't want to just add everything at once. You want to add it in stages, taste it, let it cook down, see how it feels before adding more. If you add more unnecessarily, you're just going to screw yourself. So slowly but surely add it and taste it. So I've just added a little bit more all-purpose seasoning and a bit of salt, because now we just added a Maggi a few minutes ago. Everything is still cooking, still getting to know each other. Everybody's getting married. Yes. Hello, my dear friends. It's about that time. We're going to add our protein. Yes. So let's get this started, okay? Join me on this journey. That is gonna be interesting. Okay. While you're adding your protein, this is where you can tell whether it's too much or too little. In most Nigerian cases, ladies that cook back home, here, anywhere in the world, Nigerian people, there would be crayfish, dry fish in here, like the smoked fish, plenty of it. But the thing is, we're not gonna get that luxurious with this dish, okay? We're just gonna take it easy and just add our 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces of protein. Okay, let's go, guys. Some shaki. I've cooked my shaki 2 different ways. There's one that I've boiled with just seasoning, and then there's one that I've boiled and then grilled. Okay. Got the turkey. Do you know what? Let's add it in stages. I'm rushing myself here. So excited to eat it all. Okay. So it's shaki in there, and then 1 random turkey. This portion is for like 3, like a whole week. But if you're cooking it to share out, it'll be done by the end of the weekend. Okay, so shaki's in there. Next is our cow foot. All that cow foot in there. When you get your cow foot, when you get it sliced, tell the butcher not to slice it too thin, because mine did. I think he thought I was making it into a steak. Okay, so right now in here is cow foot, shaki, and our random turkey. Yeah. Let's try that with turkey now. Do you know what, guys? Let's stop here for a minute. Let all of these cook together, marinate together for about 10-15 minutes. Come back, and then I add our shaki, our turkey, because our turkey is cooked. It's roasted. It's got seasoning. We just want the sauce to enter into the meat. So, and plus our turkey, we don't want it to fall apart on us. So let's come back to this. Okay, I've stirred this every single so often. So now time to add the rest of our ingredients. So, here we go. Turkey. Oh, there was a shaki left behind. Don't forget. I didn't de-shell the prawns, there's no need. You can eat it and the shells will not do you any harm. The tastiest part of the prawn is in the head, especially when all this good juice, all this good sauce gets in there. Okay, let's stir this very well and then add our leaf. Okay, this is about 2 packs of my chopped leaf. So that's about 2 bunches of leaf. You can add more as you feel. But just remember how much meat you put in there and how much leaf you put in there has to balance out. Okay? Okay, so everything's mixed in. You got shaki in there, cow foot in there, turkey in there, fresh grilled prawns. You got small prawns, flakes. You got seasoning. There's no tomato in here. There's no water in here. So it's a Efo Riro is supposed to be a thick sauce. You can eat this with any kind of swallow. Eba is the best thing I think to eat with it. But you've got semolina, you've got pounded jam, you've got so many things. My mouth is watering, which I think yours would be as well. So, it's a hearty dish. You can also eat it with rice. And if you're somebody like me that doesn't eat rice too much, bulgur wheat is also perfect to eat it with, or couscous. Okay? And you can eat it with yam, fresh boiled yam. This is beautiful beside it. Enjoy!